Hi, this is Aaron and Linda with Traveling Flamingo, and today we're aboard the Norwegian Breakaway, and we're going to be dining at Ocean's, which is the neighborhood bar and grill aboard on the ship. And we're going to tell you if it's a good place to go, what we thought of it, and if it's somewhere you should spend your money, or in this case, have a free meal on one of the Norwegian cruise ships. All of that coming right up.
Said we were on the Norwegian Breakaway, but the Ocean's bar is actually available on more than half of NCL's fleet. It's available on the Norwegian Dawn, Epic, Escape, the Norwegian Gem, Getaway, Jewel, and Pearl. And Ocean's is actually the restaurant that is open 24 hours, so no matter what time you're up, that's where you can be going to get food because their buffet is not open all the time. So we did stop here many times on our trip and look forward to sharing that.
So Ocean's on the Getaway and the Breakaway is a bit different. Each of the ships are kind of designed slightly different. So what you see is available here on this ship isn't necessarily available on all the ships. But this restaurant was set up with sort of two halves. There's sort of a sit-down dining area where they have booths and they have a bunch of TVs. You know, it's very much a typical sports bar. And then there's another side where they have sort of a bar and kind of like more casual seating. The menu's the same in both areas. However, one's kind of like a sit-up bar with some large tables, high-top tables, and the other side has booths. Additionally, there's an arcade section, and they have stuff like they had a 2-lane bowling alley, they have darts, they have pool tables, all sorts of sort of typical pub games, and they also have some other stuff like they have a couple arcade games and so forth that you can play as well, and that's all available for you. You do pay extra for the arcade games and the bowling. You can just swipe your cruise card for those, and you can, of course, dine in either area. If you do want to sit in the booth area, they do suggest having reservations. The pub you can generally walk into, however, there are times there too where you're going to want to see the host or hostess to seat you and get a seat.
They did a great job creating a real social atmosphere in Ocean's. It looks over the 6th floor atrium, which has a huge TV, and that's where they do a lot of their shows and activities. So it's nice to be able to have a seat and laugh along with all that's going on. They have tons of TVs throughout the pubs, and they'll play the big sports events that are happening at that time. So while we were on our cruise, Wimbledon was happening, and they did play all those big Wimbledon matches. So it was nice to go and see that in the social environment.
So Ocean's is located on the 7th floor, on the 7th deck, and it's near the front of the ship, so it's near the bow, and it's right across from the Breakaway Theater and the casino. And as Linda said, there's this great 2-story screen, and you can see what's going on the ship. They do stuff like the Not So Newlywed Game or other sort of typical games that you get are done right there, so you can kind of watch over and see it happening, and they got it on the big screen, which is kind of cool. They have like dance-a-thons and stuff, so very, very cool center area for the ship, and you kind of feel like you're part of a lot of stuff when you're sort of just sitting there having a pint or having a meal, which is kind of really cool.
So they offer 3 different menus. There's a late night menu, a breakfast menu, and a lunch dinner menu. We got to try the late night menu and the lunch dinner menus. And so if you're doing, as we recommend, going there as soon as you get on board your ship the first day, they offer the late night menu. They don't have the full menu, I think just because it's really busy. And if we had more time, we would have definitely gone for breakfast. Sometimes it's nice to have a sit-down breakfast, but we didn't get a chance to do that. And as we said earlier, it is free. So anything free and included is great. So it's nice to have a casual table service with no additional charge. But the only extra charges are the games, as Aaron said, and if you're buying drinks.
So what did we have out of this menu? So Linda had a shepherd's pie, and it was very nice, good serving. You can ask for more, of course. So if you do want to have more of any of these foods, you can go ahead and ask. And again, there's no charge. And you only pay for the drinks if you're not on the unlimited drink package, or soft drinks if you don't have the soft drink package. So the shepherd's pie was minced beef and lamb with creamy potatoes. We also got the nachos, which was bacon, cheddar cheese, jalapenos, and cilantro. We usually ask for no cilantro. Linda does not like the flavor of cilantro. I, however, do not mind it. So we'll either get it on the side or we'll ask for it without. We also got wings. So they have a half pound of wings. They have a buffalo, a Texas barbecue, Thai chili, or Jamaican jerk. Linda got the bangers and mash, and that's a grilled pork sausage with mashed potatoes and onion gravy. I really enjoyed the chipotle chicken. That was a grilled chicken breast, chipotle mayo, Monterey Jack cheese, and jalapenos. I usually didn't put the jalapenos on, just preference. And they also have hot dogs. The hot dogs were really good. The one that I got was sauerkraut and crispy bacon. I asked for no sauerkraut, but of course you can ask for it with sauerkraut, or well, it comes with sauerkraut. And you can also have different hot dogs. They have a Coney Island hot dog, and they also have a Chicago-style hot dog. So that's the type of food that you can kind of expect to get here. Very pub food, very, sort of Irish food, but it was pretty solid food all around.
Yeah, as Aaron said, it's nice to know that you can order either more than one or get a second of something, because they do a good job by not over-portioning. So you can get more than once. And I was all about these nachos. I don't know, maybe the heat, I was looking for the salt, but I'm all about nachos and that creamy cheddar cheese. So the overall experience, we really enjoyed the arcade games and the bowling. Although we did find that often one of the lanes was closed, but just sort of an extra fun activity to do. The view of watching the sixth floor, the atrium, the activities was a lot of fun. We did find, however, that the service was very slow. There was one day we got back from doing an excursion, and we were so hot, we were so thirsty, and the guy could not bring enough drinks. And of course, there's so much ice in them, we were so thirsty. But it is a pub, and I guess they're rolling with that, and the service is not overly fast. But we did find that the food was good. Nothing was sort of soggy, or it didn't feel like things had been sitting for a while. It did feel like it was relatively prepared to order.
Overall, we really enjoyed eating here. We probably ate here more frequently than we did the buffet. We found the sit-down atmosphere was great. Kind of felt like you're at a restaurant and you didn't really have to pay for it. And the menu variety was, fairly good. They had hot dogs, so, a bunch of different varieties of food, shepherd's pie, bangers and mash. They had desserts. They had a bunch of stuff on the menu, some great appetizers. And if you just finished an excursion, wanted to sit down, talk about your excursion, have a bit of fun, you could absolutely do that here. It was sort of a very well-rounded dining facility. I think it's probably one of our favorite for just, quick bites and enjoying the ship. We highly recommend Oceans, and since it is open 24/7, you can go there whenever. It does get crowded, of course. It is a pub. And with the unlimited drinks package, it gets to be a busy pub sometimes, and you can just sort of go there, hang out, and enjoy a meal. So, overall, we really enjoyed it. Food was fresh, food was good. Is it the world's greatest food? No. Was it better than some of the restaurants? Ish, it was about the same. So, we would highly recommend it if you're into that sort of pub food. If you feel like a quick meal, you just want to sit down after an excursion, want to grab a pint, great place to do it. Kids can go play video games while you're eating or, talking about your own day. So a lot of flexibility for everybody. So we just wanted to call out a few comments from our Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville at Sea dining review that we did. If you haven't seen that video, there will be a link here in the comments, and we'll also try to put it up on your screen here. So a big thank you to Pam, who asked if the drink packages if the drinks were free on the drink package in Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville, and on the cruise ship they are included in the unlimited beverage package. On the island, however, you have to pay individually. And also a shout out to LJ, who said the nachos looked amazing, and they did look amazing, and hopefully the nachos in this video look just as amazing. So again, thank you for comments, and thank you for letting us interact with the community and be part of it. So we really wanted to thank you for that.
So we really hope this video was useful to you, either remembering a past trip that you've had or planning for one that you have coming up. Thanks again for watching, commenting, hitting that like and subscribe button, and happy travels!